How you doing? I'm Mike.
My name is
Mike from Boston Scientific. What can I do for you today?
Oh yes. I've been looking at your company. I researched it, and even though I'm an engineering major at RPI, Rensselaer Polytechnic Institute, I'm kind of interested in the medical field.
Okay. You have a resume I can look at?
Oh yes. Yes.
It's okay. What year are you right now?
I'm a sophomore.
You're a sophomore.
Yes.
What department are you going toward?
Mechanical engineering.
You're making. What type of work have you done prior in the summer times?
My summer times, well, I usually do. It has nothing related to engineering.
Okay.
I've been catering, and I've been supervisor for my father's building. And I was like the assistant manager. And while he was away, I had to take care of the business.
The building, that's like a landlord, or what is
Yes,
it? Okay.
it's like landlord. Yeah, I had to do boiler room checkups, and I already know how to do it.
Tell me about that. You did some work for, mechanical work then?
Yes.
Why don't you tell me about it?
Yes, well, my father is a superintendent, and while he was away, before he left, he taught me how to check up for the oil in the boiler room, how to turn it on. When the boiler needed oil, I had to call the company.
You went on our
Yes,
site?
I went on your site.
How was that when you were on there?
Oh.
Was it easy to view? Was it understandable? I mean, what did it look like?
Well, yes, it was really understandable. I looked at your history, and you had like a timeline
Okay.
about the years, 1960s.
Right.
And you had like decades, like every 10 years, I guess, until the present times. And it listed everything, the main events that your company has gone through.
Okay.
And yeah, it was easy to read, easy
Good.
to access.
What I'd like you to do then is when you get back to your house or whatever, I want you to send me your resume, soft copy to me directly in the next 24 hours, and then just attach a quick little note to say, looking for internship for this summer, and just have a conversation. Okay?
Thank you
All
very
right.
much. It was very nice meeting you.
The presentation's real good. As far as knowing herself in general, she talked about working for her dad, knowing some kind of particular mechanical kind of ability there. I like that a lot, actually, especially coming from not a non-male, quite frankly, because it's a nice thing to see. So she was real positive about it, and she wasn't shy, and I like that. I made a mental note of it. As far as her sophomore year, she kind of knows where she was at, and she said she had taken some SolidWorks, so I kind of liked how that was all about. She did go to my site because it does give a timeline. I like that. That made me feel that she was actually going in and taking a look at it. She seemed pretty confident. I would probably look at her toward forwarding on, and even try to keep my sort of our communication together, because if it wasn't good for this year, because a lot of times if I'm not making that decision as the hiring manager, I want to see potentially what would she look like next year as well, as far as her skill sets at that point in time. Now, she doesn't have a prior experience, so the only thing I would have wanted you to do is go into that more. Even though I don't have an internship or co-op prior, but this is what I have done at the school. Maybe in project form.
Yeah.
Maybe you asking me, well, what are you looking for in the co-op? I mean, what are they looking to do? Kind of put me at responding to you. So that would have gave me an opportunity to kind of say, well, the person would be doing X, Y, and then you could say, well, in school, such and such class, I've done this, and kind of give me sort of a picture of how you might be able to fit in that. Because just from the standpoint of catering and what you've done, I like the mechanical stuff, but the catering, okay, hey, you've worked full time, during the timeline, so that kind of shows me, you're used to that kind of, hey, I can work 40 hours a week. It's not new to me.
Sarah. I'm a junior here at RPI.
Hi, Sarah.
And I concentrate, and I'm a management major here.
Okay.
Here's my resume.
Okay. What year are you, Sarah?
I'm a junior.
What's your, I'm sorry, what department are you in?
Management.
Why'd you pick RPI?
It was a good school.
You see you had a little work before.
Yes, I interned at a hospital and I was doing the medical supply inventory.
How did you get that position?
I interviewed for it.
So what did you do there at that internship?
Well, I would keep track with the database, the inventory of the medical supplies,
Yeah.
as they would come in, what supplies were being used, and where they were being
What
used.
I want you to do is I want you to just soft copy me your resume, okay? Just send it over to my email. You can send it to me directly. What's going to happen is once I take a look at it, I'll forward to the hiring managers that I have. And if I get interest, then I would respond back to you, okay?
Okay.
All right. Sarah was definitely unenthusiastic. She gave me no feedback on what her prior experience was, what she did. She just was very vanilla. I would look at that very difficult to inject her in an area that I know they're going to be looking for a little bit of a much more sort of a go-getter attitude. I would probably put on the resume behind it, I would put something like a minus, and then I'd say sort of something, in my abilities, sort of like, no juice or something, I'd just say something where I know what I'm talking about. She clearly didn't know anything about the business. She clearly, didn't do any homework at all. She didn't even indicate how her priors could help me. What she did at that internship before. So it would be I would probably not even look to pass her on. I mean, I would accept her info and not pass her on. For me, just simply asking her to forward me her soft copy resume, it's basically just for my database that I've recorded it, but it'd be very unlikely that I would have any intention to forward her on to the hire manager from the notes that I would take from that interaction.